Hi, it's Natalie Ledwell here, and today I want to talk to you about resilience, because right now it is especially important to strengthen our ability to adapt to new situations and to overcome any setbacks. So how do you know if you're a naturally resilient person, and how do you turn any negative thinking into pure resilience? Well, here are 5 traits of resilient people, and see if you can identify yourself in any or all of these. Okay, so number 1, resilient people don't have problems. They have challenges. They look at their mistakes as lessons, and they look at them as opportunities for growth. So they don't see them as a negative reflection on their abilities or their self-esteem. So how do you learn from your mistakes? Well, the first thing you want to do is acknowledge that every experience in life has the power to teach you something very valuable. So always look to find that important message, and know that things happen for you and not to you. Right, now the second thing is that resilient people are more optimistic. They see the effects of difficult situations as temporary rather than seeing them as permanent or long-term. So for example, they might say, I did the best that I could at the time, but I'll do even better next time. Rather than saying, I did such a bad job at this, I'm never going to get it right, and start to beat themselves up. Okay, so how do you maintain a positive perspective? Well, even though a situation or a traumatic experience can be extremely overwhelming in the moment, consider that it might not affect you significantly in the long run, or choose to not allow it to affect you significantly in the long run. So before you go into panic mode, assess how this will impact your life. Try and remain calm and focus on the solution instead. And the way that you do that is you take a deep breath in and then breathing out. And all that does is it gives you this moment. It gives you a window to be able to make a choice on how you want to respond in that moment. Now remember that it is your choice on how you choose to react or respond in every situation. So you give yourself the ability to do that by taking that breath. You're calming everything down, you're taking a moment, and from that place, you get to make great decisions. Okay, now number 3 is that resilient people are confident. They're kind and they're empathic. However, they don't waste time worrying about what others might say or what others may think about them. They realize that other people's opinions are simply a reflection of those other people, and it has nothing to do with them. When you're having an interaction with somebody else, what comes to that conversation behind you and behind them is your environment, your family, your upbringing, your culture, your spiritual religious practices, the country that you live in. All of these different factors have been influencing us all the time. And so when we come up and having this conversation with someone, or we're making a judgment, or we're having an opinion on somebody else, what we're seeing through our lens is tainted and affected or influenced by everything that's behind us. So you can't take these things seriously. So how do you build your self-confidence? Well, self-confidence is knowing that you're going to succeed in spite of the setbacks that you could face. So take pride in your abilities and don't be afraid to take risks, because a little setback is just a setback. It's not going to be forever. So number 4 is that resilient people spend their time and energy focused on situations that make them feel empowered and content. So they put their efforts into events that they know that they have control over, because they know that worrying about things that they have no control over absolutely serves no purpose. So a motto that I like to live by is, if you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change the way you think about it. Change your perspective. See it from a different point of view. So how do you feel empowered and content? Well, do things that bring meaning to your life that gets you closer to your goals. And a really great way to start this is by investing your time into learning more about yourself. Learn what your strengths and weaknesses are. Learn what brings you joy. Learn what your personal standards are. Learn what your core values are. Really get a great idea of who you are and what you stand for. And that will really help to build your self-confidence. Okay, so number 5 is that resilient people are committed to their goals. Now, these goals are not just work or career related. They're also personal goals such as health and relationships and friendships and beliefs. Now, resilient people work on their own personal development by investing time into themselves and rewarding themselves for big and small accomplishments. Being proud of yourself is a great way to become more resilient. So how do you be more committed to yourself and your goals? Well, start by eating healthy, getting enough sleep, practicing meditation, and exercising most days. Now, these can all help you manage stress. So when you take care of your mind and your body, you're better equipped to deal with adversities. Now, also make time to nurture your relationships with your family and your friends and your co-workers. Sometimes a simple laugh with a close friend is something that is a perfect nourishment for you. Now, have you noticed how some people seem to be born with the ability to overcome any setbacks with ease and to walk around with a great sense of control over their lives? Well, and then you've got others who tend to dwell on their problems and get easily rattled with unexpected challenges when they arise. Well, the difference relies in a person's mental resilience. Now, resilient people are able to bounce back quicker and adapt easier to new situations. They live more balanced lives and they can clearly focus on what is ahead without being dragged down. All right, now before I go, I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below on any tips that can really help the community transform any negative thinking into resilience. And don't forget to subscribe to the Mind Movies YouTube channel for more videos on personal growth and the law of attraction. My name is Natalie Ledwell. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.